So, how do you breathe? Through your mouth or through your nose? Most of us use a combination of both, breathing through the nose and breathing through the mouth throughout our daily activities, or we do something different perhaps when we're exercising or when we're sleeping. But when all is said and done, each of us has predominantly one style of breathing, and that is we are either nose breathers or mouth breathers. And friends, I'm going to share some pretty important reasons why we should be breathing through our nose throughout the day, throughout the night, while we're awake, and while we're asleep. On average, we take about 25,000 breaths every single day. You may not even know how you breathe. It's something that we do so automatic that we don't give a lot of thought to it. So try to think about this for the next few minutes as you're listening to this or watching this. How are you breathing in and how are you breathing out? Is your mouth open? And that's the main way you're bringing air in and out of your system? Or are those lips sealed and you are bringing air in and out of your nose with each breath? So, as you're checking in with yourself, don't be too quick to lump yourself into one category or the other. Sometimes we think we breathe one way, but once we really start to pay attention, we discover that we don't breathe exactly how we thought we did. Our nose is built for breathing. Our mouth is not. Our mouth is built for talking, singing, kissing, and as a backup system for breathing. I'm going to highlight three pretty impressive features about how the design of our nose optimizes breathing. I'll also include some of the health benefits associated with each of these. Design feature number one is that breathing through our nose gets the incoming air ready for our lungs. As air first enters our nose, our little nose hairs kick into action and start to filter harmful particles from the air, such as dust, pollen, and allergens. This helps to reduce or even prevent those particles from getting to the lungs and causing health issues for us. In addition to filtering, the nose also readies the incoming air for our lungs by warming it up and humidifying it, so it's less of a shock to our lungs once it reaches there. Design feature number two. Breathing in through our nose results in more efficient delivery of oxygen throughout our body. Our nostrils, or our nose openings, our nose holes, our nares, whatever you want to call them, are much smaller than the opening of our mouth. And so when we breathe air in through our nose, we're creating some resistance and it results in that air being under more pressure. That increased pressure pushes that oxygen laden air further and deeper into our system, allowing oxygen to nourish those hard to reach tissues and cells. Design feature number three, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a chemical that is made naturally within our bodies, and it is a molecule that was named Molecule of the Year in 1992 by the journal Science. This molecule is a vasodilator, meaning it helps to open up blood vessels. Nitric oxide helps to maintain good blood pressure. It helps with long-term memory. It helps to open up the airways in the lungs. It's known to be a bronchodilator. Nitric oxide has naturally occurring antibacterial and antiviral properties, meaning it helps to fight off bacteria and viruses entering through in the air through our nose. There is so much to be said about this molecule. And as we age, we produce less of nitric oxide. So we should be working hard to maintain habits that support the production and or delivery of nitric oxide. And guess what? Breathing through your nose does just that. Nitric oxide is released from the sinuses around our nasal cavity. So when we breathe in through the nose, nitric oxide is delivered to the lung in higher concentrations. And keep in mind, when we talked about the vasodilation benefits from breathing through your nose, vasodilation applies to all blood vessels. And so it includes those blood vessels responsible for erectile functioning. So if you are a penis owner, this is another reason that you may want to pay attention to breathing through your nose. There you have it. Three very specific reasons to start breathing through your nose. And just before we sign off, one last reminder. Please remember, I am not a health expert or an expert of any kind. My information is based only on my own informal learnings and experiences, and that's what I'm sharing. In case it needs to be said, please, as always, discuss any new health initiative with your primary care provider. Cheers to good health and to leading your living.